Oh my god, I've never put blush on my chin. This feels so wrong. I'm sorry, Charlotte Tilbury, forgive me. I went a bit ham. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, we are going to be trying out some viral TikTok beauty hacks once again. This has kind of become a little bit of a series on my channel, so if you guys haven't seen the other videos I've done in the past, I'll link them all in the eye. I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but this is my beat of today, and I have to say, I am very impressed. Some of these hacks are so freaking life-changing. I am definitely going to be incorporating them in my everyday kind of makeup routine. So stick around right until the end because there's some really good ones. If you guys are new here and you guys haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Roxy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys want to stick around, be sure to subscribe down below. But anyways, if you guys want to see how I achieved this makeup look, then without further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay guys, the very first hack we're going to be trying out is this one right here from this user. I'm not too sure if she was the original person that came up with this, but this is just the one I found, so let's watch it together.
So you put your foundation in some water. That looks so weird. Let it marinate for a minute or two, and then you just put it on your face. This feels illegal.
Oh god.
Doing this is supposed to make your foundation transfer proof, so I guess we will put it to the test. What the hell, guys? Why does it look so flawless? What is going on? For the moment of truth, does it transfer? I'm gonna press it against my foundation. Oh, it's not that bad. What? Okay, stitch this and try this hack.
I'm impressed, okay? So far everyone seems to be really liking this hack, and I mean, it didn't transfer, like barely. If I can get away with wearing foundation without it transferring onto everything, without putting so much powder on my face, I'm down. So I have my glass of water here, and I'm just gonna use the foundation that I'm using right now, which is this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. It's kind of an expensive foundation, so I really don't want to waste it. I'm going to use the tiniest little amount. This feels so wrong. No. I'm sorry, Charlotte Tilbury, forgive me. Okay, so there's something happening. It's like the foundation is separating. There's like a film at the top that's kind of like, I guess the oils. Obviously oils separate with water, so I'm guessing that's what's happening here. I'm just gonna let it sit in there for a bit. I realize that's probably not enough for my whole face, but we'll see. Okay, I'm grabbing the end of my brush and I'm just literally going to scoop that foundation up. Oh my god, it like sticks to your brush. Okay. Oh, this is very messy. Let's just apply it to our face first before we do anything. Little bit here, little bit here. Okay, I don't think there is enough. I was being so stingy with the foundation that it ended up being not enough for my actual face. Okay, I would say that's enough. Now let's try and blend this out. I'm just gonna be using a brush this time because I just feel like I've been really liking using a brush on my skin recently. Oh my goodness, this feels very weird. It feels very watery. I mean, obviously it was just dunked in water, but I don't know. I mean, it looks very dewy so far. Would I say it really altered the consistency of this foundation? I don't think so. I think it's still got like the same coverage. It's just a little bit more like dewy. It's got that like glass kind of finish, which I know everyone wants these days. I guess we'll see what it looks like once it's kind of dried down, because it might kind of lose its glowiness because it won't be wet anymore. By the way, the brush I'm using is a little Revolution brush. It's so nice for foundation. Okay, so far I am really enjoying the way this looks. It looks very refreshed. It doesn't look dry in any way, shape, or form. I have quite dry skin with a lot of dry patches, and this seems to just literally glide over it, which is amazing. I'm just gonna let it dry down and we're gonna do the transfer test. All right, so I'm back. I've given it a couple of minutes to kind of set down, do its thing. Let's try and see if it'll actually transfer onto this tissue. I'm just gonna literally press down really, really hard onto my cheek. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I mean, it definitely still transfers, as you guys can see. Based on this, can I say this technique works? I don't think so. I mean, that's quite a lot of transfer. Perhaps it depends on what kind of foundation you use. I mean, this technique is really good at like blotting away the excess oil, making it less dewy. But I wouldn't say putting it in water makes it transfer proof or waterproof in any way. I'm just gonna finish off my skin by just applying a little bit of concealer, and then we'll move on to the next hack. Also, if you guys struggle with creasy eyes like me, I'm gonna put you onto something. This powder by Huda Beauty is literally the best ever. This is in the shade Banana Bread, and I probably won't use any other powder now. Okay, now moving on to the next viral TikTok beauty hack. We're gonna be trying a blush hack, which recently went so viral. It is called the Douyin blush trend. I think that's how you say it. And it's basically where you apply your blush in this kind of mapping. Okay, so for my blush, I'm gonna be using this one right here, which is from Revolution Pro, and it's in the shade Blush and Lift. It's got a little wand, which is really handy for this kind of trend. So I'm actually just going to put this straight in that kind of marking. So we're basically just creating like a little V on our cheek. We're then going to be doing a reverse V on our eyes to kind of blend the look up into our eye socket. We're then also going to do a little tiny V on our nose, and then also one on our chin. Okay, that is kind of crazy. I have never applied my blush like this. But we're now just going to blend this out. So I'm just gonna do my chin first. Oh my God, I've never put blush on my chin. I'm then gonna do my nose. Then blending out the cheek. And we're almost going to like connect it to that eye socket. Okay, that is looking pretty, right? Or does it look like I've just got an eye infection? It kind of looks like I've just been crying for ages, honestly. Okay, let's blend out the other side. Okay, so this is the look. Does it look okay? I mean, it definitely works. Like the technique, there's nothing wrong with it. It looks very like editorial. Everything is very like cohesive on my eyes and my cheeks. I feel like I would leave out the chin next time because it just looks a little bit unnecessary. But to be honest, I don't mind this technique. I think it's a really nice way to add a subtle flush of color to your whole face. All right, guys, so moving on to the next hack, we're gonna be using a contouring kind of tip from TikTok. It was by this user right here, and this is what he is saying to do.
Can we stop with this shit, please? It doesn't work. This is the easiest way to get a beautiful blown out contour. This. I've only got one hand, but you just take it on the brush. Wow. And you want to use a kind of angled, dense brush like this, and then you just start tapping. Don't buff, don't move, because you're going to scrub your foundation up. Just pat in circles like this until you blow it right out. The same up here too. But then on TikTok, we see this, and then we see people going like this. Look, you can already see how red my skin is getting because I'm pulling the What the hell? That is just homophobic. Look at that. Stop doing it like that. Do it like this.
I have never done it like this, but it does make a lot of sense. If you apply it onto your skin and then you're trying to rub it out, you are literally just messing up your foundation underneath. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it out the usual way that I normally would do it, which is just applying it to my face, and then the other side we'll do with his technique. Okay, I'm just using this little Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser Concealer as my contour, like a cream contour product. So I'm just going to apply it like that. Just to make it fair, let's just quickly blend this out. Oh my God, that literally blended into nothing. What the hell? I think we're gonna need to go in with seconds. Okay, let's blend this in the way I normally would. It's what we've all been taught, so like, can you be mad? Okay, so that's that side done with kind of like a rubbing and sweeping motion. So I'm gonna deposit a little bit of this product onto the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna pick it up on the brush now. And now we are gonna just basically pat that on our skin instead, just like he did. No rubbing, just patting. Okay, that is looking very good. I'm gonna need a little bit more though with this technique. I'm not gonna lie, it feels just a little bit wasteful by putting it on my hand first because I didn't even get all of it off my hand. I could go directly onto the sponge, but that's a little bit weird, isn't it? Okay, that is a lot of product now. Let's just take it chill. Let's take a chill pill, everyone. Oh my God. I should not have picked it up off of the sponge. Okay, that is way too much. Okay, this side is gonna be very much just bronzed to the gods, whereas the other side is a little bit lacking. I went a bit ham. I went a bit ham. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? I need to find a way to like diffuse this somehow. Okay, I've managed to somehow diffuse it. I think that doesn't look as bad now. So let's compare the two sides. So this side, I mean, it was very deliberate. I put the product exactly where I wanted it. You know, I just kind of rubbed back and forth. And then this side, I tapped it on. And looking up close, I mean, I don't know. It was looking really good at the start, but now it does look a little bit cake, but that could just be down to the fact that I put so much product on. Okay, so in terms of the technique, which side do you guys think looks more seamless, this side or this side? I don't know, I can't really tell. I can tell that there's a little bit more like product going over my cheek in this one. And obviously that's because I was just literally going ham. But this one, it looks a little bit more sculpted. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this hack does work. Just be careful how much product you pick up on your brush. Now moving on to the next beauty hack, we're gonna be trying out an eyeshadow tip that comes from this user right here. I have never tried this technique before, but it makes a lot of sense. It also feels a little bit risky. Let's just watch it together.
Okay, what is the biggest secret of Russian and Polish makeup artists? We all know that Eastern European professional makeup artists have some of the most vibrant, beautiful looks. This is probably gonna make some people mad as well. Liquid fucking matte lipstick. You heard me right. NYX has loads of colors that you can use on your eyes. Place some of it on your hand and tap your brush into it, like a normal blending brush. And start with that as your base for the eyeshadow in the shape that you want the eyeshadow to be. And after it's dry, go in with your eyeshadow. Look how much more vibrant that is already, like straight off the bat. You can see the difference. I didn't have the lipstick here, and I did here. Look at the difference of how the eyeshadow looks.
Okay, this seems kind of crazy, but I could see how this would work. Alternatively, if you don't want to use a liquid lipstick on your eyes, because obviously that is kind of risky. I know not all lipsticks can be eye safe. You could always just go out and buy like a colored eyeshadow base. Obviously that route would be the more sensible one, but it also would be the more expensive one, because if you already have a bunch of lipsticks that are in loads of different colors, why not just try it? Obviously do this at your own risk, because I don't know what lipsticks you guys are going to be using or anything like that. I'm just going to be using my one, which is the ROXI X Revolution one from the lip kit. This one is in the shade Tokyo. It's this really nice pinky kind of color, and I love the formula of this. It's so like matte but not drying. So I've just got a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna swirl my brush into this, and just like the user said, we're just gonna literally tap it into where we want that. Already, as you can see, this is a very pigmented kind of base for any eyeshadow to go over. As you're applying this, you want to be quite deliberate, I would imagine, because I mean, if you go wrong, it's going to be a little bit harder to remove this. And obviously this being a lipstick is kind of difficult to blend out, so I'm just going to grab a different brush that is clean, and I'm going to try and kind of blend out the edges. Okay, so we're just trying to blend those edges out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Okay, so that is my base done. Now let's go in with the eyeshadow. Okay, so for this I'm going to be using my ROXI X Revolution Ride or Die palette, and I'm going to take the shade Inspire, which is very similar to the lipstick color. So I'm just picking that up on a little blending brush. I'm using one of my brushes from my set as well, and we're literally just going to tap that over that liquid lipstick. And oh my goodness, that is looking very pigmented already. Wow, I mean, it makes so much sense. This is clearly what all those Instagrammers are doing to get like the most payoff out of their eyeshadows. Wow, okay, so now I'm gonna take that shadow and I'm just gonna apply it like here. Now this is obviously the place where we haven't applied the liquid lipstick, so I just want to show you guys the difference and just see if it's any better or worse. Okay, so as you guys can see, in the outer corner, it's definitely a little bit more pigmented. I mean, on its own, it's still a pigmented eyeshadow, don't get me wrong. You can definitely tell the difference. It has really clung onto that base, and it's just really a lot more like vibrant. This is a really good hack for like when you want your eyeshadow to not like fall out and rub away, because it's literally just gonna stick to that all day long. And we're gonna blend out the edges, make sure they're nice and blended. I'm now just gonna take the shade Unicorn and just lightly apply that right in the center for a little bit of a spotlight effect. Okay, so that is the finished eyeshadow look. I would say this hack 100% works. You do kind of have to work quite quickly because obviously it being a matte lipstick, it's gonna dry down and you don't really want the dry edges to be super hard to blend out afterwards. But yeah, all in all, it's definitely made my outer corner pop a lot more than like the rest of my eye look. So I would say that this definitely works. All right, so moving on to the next hack, we are gonna be trying out this one right here.
So I heard from my friend of a friend, if you take some micellar water and you dip it into an eyeshadow, you can make like any color graphic line.
You're kidding, right? So you're telling me I spent 30 hard work dollars on these liners when I could literally make it from my eyeshadow palettes? I'm gonna go in with the dark purple because it's like an actual eyeshadow base. I'm going back in with the micellar water. So I'm gonna go in with this color. And they actually like work. Like, I'm just gonna go with it. It's fine. Wow. It's so pigmented.
Okay, so this clearly works, but in my head, it's like, why does it work? Because micellar water removes makeup. Surely it's gonna like separate it? Maybe? I don't know. Clearly it's working for this girl and a lot of other people on TikTok, so we're gonna try it out with my palette. So just like she did, I'm gonna dip my brush straight into the micellar water like this. I really hope this doesn't ruin my makeup palette, but I'm gonna go into the darkest color, which is Cola, and I'm just going to swirl this around. Okay, we've got the product on our brush. Let's just go in and see if I can make an eyeliner. I mean, it's a little bit patchy, it's a little bit like too watery, but it's working. I feel like this would be a really good way to like attach more eyeshadow onto it because it seems quite like wet and tacky. I'm pretty happy with that. This definitely works. Using the micellar water mixed with it makes it so much like sharper and just more like liquidy and easier to work with than just applying the eyeshadow. I feel like an even easier way to do this would have been with setting spray. That way you definitely know it's gonna stay on your face. Okay, so that is my winged liner using the micellar water and an eyeshadow. Honestly, I am so pleased with how this hack turned out. It's definitely working. I think this would be so much fun to try with like super colorful kind of graphic liners and things like that. So I'm giving this one a big thumbs up. I'm now just gonna apply some mascara onto my lashes and we're gonna move on to the next hack. Okay, this next hack is literally blowing my mind and I've been wanting to try it for a while and it's this one here.
This one's from Fenty.
Look at that.
And really,
That looked way too easy. I have to try this right now. We're gonna take our eyelash curler and apply some brow wax, which will help to hold the lash on it. The lashes, I'm just using these naked lashes from Ardell. I went ahead and placed the lash into the curler. It's sitting right there, as you could see. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of this false scare from Kiss onto my lashes. This is pretty much an eyelash glue that you could brush onto your lashes. Moment of truth. We're gonna place the lash underneath my real lashes and crimp. We're gonna give it a good squeeze a couple of times and release. The inner corner is definitely hanging off right here, but that's my fault.
That looks amazing. Okay, that definitely looks a lot easier than it's probably going to be, but we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so I've applied a little bit of brow wax onto the curler. I'm now just gonna do my little lash and place it right at the bottom. I've got the same Falscara by Kiss Bond product that she has, so I'm just gonna quickly brush that through my outer corner lashes. Okay, and now the moment of truth. I've got my lash here. Let's just crimp it on and see if it works. Oh my god, are you actually kidding me? Oh my god, that works so well. What? It's like actually stuck on. I really didn't think I was gonna get that on my first try. This is insane. I'm just gonna retouch some of those lashes with mascara just because I feel like they look a bit bare compared to that false lash now. So yeah, that hack definitely works. I am so surprised. I really didn't think it would. So I am giving this one a big thumbs up. I'm gonna do the other one off camera and then I'll be right back. All right, so the lashes are on. Now moving on to the next step, we are gonna be doing lips. Now this technique slash hack I've been seeing quite a lot on TikTok TikTok lately, and it's where people use a darker concealer and then a lighter concealer to create the perfect nude lip. Here is an example of a user that I saw called Il Maquillage, and I just love the way this looks. It looks so subtle and so natural. She just popped a little bit of gloss over the top and she was good to go. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. I'm just using a dark concealer that I'm gonna pick up on my little precise brush, and I'm literally just going to line my whole lip with this. Honestly, this consistency is so good for lining your lips because the concealer is so smooth. Okay, so that's my lip liner. I'm now gonna do the sort of like ombre effect with the lighter concealer in the center, and then she literally just applies a clear gloss over the top of that. Okay, and that is the finished look. The lip is freaking stunning. I actually can't get over it. It's like the perfect nude kind of lip with the lip gloss over the top. It's literally chef's kiss. I've got to say, I'm actually really happy with the way that this makeup look turned out. I can definitely leave the house like this, which is kind of rare because usually when I do these testing viral TikTok beauty hacks videos, there's always at least like one thing that ruins the makeup look. So for this to look this good is definitely a big success in my books. I think out of all the hacks, I have to say my favorite is definitely the lip hack or the lash hack. I just thought that was so cool. I personally really struggle with applying my lashes, so that really makes my life so much easier. Let me know in the comments below if there's any beauty hacks in this video that you guys liked / never heard of, and if you're gonna use them. I had so much fun trying out these viral TikTok beauty hacks, so if you guys enjoyed watching this video, make sure you smash that huge thumbs up down below. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video as always, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.